Hey guys, welcome back. Well, we just got back from our short vacation here, and as you can tell, it's not how it was when we left. So, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of snow, and I think we're supposed to get another 3 to 4 before the day's over. It's like noon right now, but we got back like an hour ago. So yeah, no, it was a little bit different than what the current weather when we left was supposed to do. So it's the first day wasn't so bad. It was in the 30, 40s, a little bit of sun, so I don't think the boiler ran much. And then last night, my brother gets here like 9:30-ish. So, and the boiler was still running. It's fine. He checked it. It was, water temp was down to 149, I believe. So it probably had maybe another hour left in her. So when he got here, I shut the timer off because I had him scrape it, add more wood, make sure that it went up, and it did. So when he got here, it's 54 hours. So it probably would have got to 55. So obviously that's another 5-6 hours more than the first time. The second time the weather was a lot colder, so I'd say the settings helped a little bit. So when he opened it, it looked like just a bunch of ash, but as soon as he stirred it up, it was all hot red coals. So all he had to do was, scrape the sides, stir up the coals, and then add wood. He added a decent amount because it's going to burn through a decent amount to get back up to temp, but it did it no problem. And I just filled it right now, so this was over about 13-hour burn. I turned the garages back on and da-da-da-da. But now with all the snow, I'm going to have to turn the snow melt on here shortly, which I'll probably do here in the next 5 minutes. I'm behind the curve on that, so I'm going to have a lot of water built up. I'm going to have to do the rest of the driveway later. But the boiler did what it was supposed to do. It got me past 48 hours, which I'm happy with it. So if he didn't show up, it would have been out cold probably by 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it would have been out for, roughly 12 hours before we got here. But the house would have turned, the furnace would have been on. It would have worked out just fine. So, yeah, no, it got colder last night because obviously it started snowing, I think, around 2 in the morning and whatnot. But no, so that's 3 times I've fully filled the boiler and nothing bridged. It burned just fine. Do I wish it was longer? Yeah, of course, Do I think there's ways I can maybe get a longer burn? Maybe. If I throw bigger pieces in there, I just feel that, yeah, you may get a little bit longer out of it. I just feel like the stove is just running so much longer to be able to burn that log. Is it really cost effective? I'd say no. You're burning more electricity, more wear and tear on the fan. I just don't feel like that's efficient to do that. So I'd say 48 hours to be safe. In the winter, obviously in the summer is going to be way different. I mean, that'll be a whole different test scenario and whatnot because I'm just heating the hot water. So at least I know I can go away for 2 full days. Now, do I feel like if I change the setup in the garages so that I'm not getting, 4 to 5 degree heat loss nonstop every second? Maybe. But if it gets too cold, the way I have the loop set up, it'll freeze. So I don't, because the water's not running. So could I change something to run just the pumps to circulate the water so this loop just goes in and back? Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to do all that. So, it's very minor, but it's still heat loss, So, yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy I got that. Nothing went wrong. It burned just fine. So, to me, that's a success. Now, if I didn't have my brother coming here last night, I probably would have had my brother-in-law, Derek, come here once a day and just fill it for a day burn, because that'd be fine. You don't have to show up here twice a day. And just that way it's efficient, Yes, I could have had who stayed here do it, but, I'd rather her just focus on what she has to work on. But maybe down the road, I mean, I would have liked to walk her through what she needs to do every time. And not that it's hard to do, but, if you're not paying attention, you crack this door when it's not running and idle and it's full of smoke and the air gets sucked in there. I mean, it's going to blow back at you and it's just not going to be pretty. especially if you're not expecting that. So I've done it intentionally just to see what it's going to be like, and it's not it's not good. So, but other than that, I mean, I think that's any stove in idle mode. If you just open it, you know, it's like a backdraft. So, but no, it worked out well. I'm happy about it. I mean, it is what it is. You know, do I wish I could have got 3 days? I mean, could I have gotten 3 days if I threw in, you know, big on splits? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like I want to do that because it doesn't burn proper. Well, whatever. I mean, to each their own. But it works for me. 48 hours is fine. You know, I got 55 hours. It'll still running. I probably would have got 56, maybe 57. So I'm okay with that. Now I just got all this snow to deal with. It's every time. It's every time I got to do something. I was supposed to work today when we got back, but I'm not going to. I'm not driving in this stuff. The roads weren't that good, and I'm not hauling my equipment out in this, so especially with all the salt. But yeah. So I'm gonna get work done here. I got a bunch of logs to process, and we'll probably be splitting some wood here today. I don't care that it's snowing. I'm in the lean-to, so it's not bad. We're somewhat out of the elements. It's in the 30s, so it's not bad. So, but yeah, no, I'm happy with it. So that's the kind of the update. I mean, it worked for, like I said, 54 hours when I had them turn it off, or you know, add wood. So like I said, it would have probably been 55 hours, and so I'm okay with that. It worked out. I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, now it's on to more work, and just when you think the winter's over, you know, we were in the 50s last week. We are in Wisconsin, you know. It showed rain this week. It didn't show this. And within a day, the weather changed, and this is what we got. I mean, it is only in March, late March. It's going to be April next week, but just a constant reminder of where we live. I love the snow, but it's one of those things when it's in the 40s and 50s for a couple weeks, it's just this move on to spring. So I'm pretty sure everyone else would feel that way. And I'm a big snowmobiler, but now it's just like, let's just move forward. Let's just move on. So, and the ground's already slopping wet, and this is just going to add to it. And we're supposed to get more rain and snow this week. So, yeah, I don't think winter is going anywhere for a while. But, yeah, so, yeah, I got to get to work here. But, yeah, as always, keep burning.